Hello everyone. Like so many other YouTubers, I'm going to address Malandanti. I'm going to use some visual aids so that hopefully he'll get this. The only thing you actually said that was anywhere near accurate is that paganism and neo-paganism can be used synonymously. If you look at the hastily made diagram I have here in front of you, you'll see that I have that paganism does equal neo-paganism, and that there's a section of early movements. Now these movements are all the ones that laid the foundations for the later movements and the movements that are going on right now. Now, they are important, but not important to my message in this video, so I'm not going to hit on them very hard. I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to the later movements. And there's three different categories. There's New Age, there's Wicca and Witchcraft, and there's the ethnic, or we can call it polytheistic Reconstructionism, or just Reconstructionism. Now, the New Age movement is also referred to as the New Age spirituality, or cosmic humanism, is a decentralized Western social and spiritual movement that seeks universal truth and the attainment of the highest individual human potential. It includes aspects of occultism, astrology, esotericism, metaphysics, alternative medicine, music, collectivism, sustainability, and nature. New Age spirituality is characterized by an individual approach to spiritual practices and philosophies. Now, moving over, we are going to look at Wicca and contemporary witchcraft. Now, Wicca is a neo-pagan religion and a form of modern witchcraft. It is often referred to as witchcraft or the craft by its adherents, who are known as wiccans or witches. Its disputed origins lie in England in the early 20th century, though it is the first popularized during the 1950s by Gerald Gardner, a retired British civil servant, who at the time called it the witch cult or witchcraft, and its adherents the Wicca. From the 1960s, the name of their religion was normalized to Wicca. Now, contemporary witchcraft refers to many different types of witchcraft practices practiced in the 21st century. Two pagan-derived religions that accept the practice of witchcraft is Wicca and Strigaria. One of the most widely accepted witchcraft practices is Wicca, a pagan religion which was first seen publicly in the 1950s after the repeal of anti-witchcraft laws, then extant in the United Kingdom. The practice of contemporary witchcraft often involves the use of divination, the practice of magic, working with the four classical elements, and with unseen forces such as the spirits and forces of nature. The practice of natural medicine, folk medicine, spiritual healing, and shamanism can also be applied under the umbrella term of contemporary witchcraft. And it is the practice of alternative medicine and New Age healing techniques, such as crystal healing, herbalism, Reiki, aromatherapy, and more. Now, if you want to move over to the ethnic column, or polytheistic Reconstructionism, or just Reconstructionism, that is an approach to neo-paganism first emerging in the late 1960s to early 1970s, and gathering momentum in the 1990s and 2000s. Reconstructionism attempts to reestablish historical polytheistic religions in the modern world, in contrast with syncretic movements like Wicca, and channeled movements like Germanic mysticism or theosophy. Many practitioners of folk religions live outside of the original cultures and territories from which those historical regions arose, and Reconstructionists consequently face the problem of understanding and then implementing the worldview of pre-modern rural societies in a modern, possibly urban environment. Now let's take a look at that picture again that I have, the chart. As you can see, these three columns are completely different. Now there is some overlapping, but as a whole, they are completely different. Can I say that again? Completely different. They do not equal one another. They are not the same. And they are not practiced the same way. So therefore, Wicca and the New Age and the Reconstructionists are not the same. They are three main branches under the trunk that is paganism or neo-paganism. So Malandanti, you are wrong. Paganism is not Wicca. Wicca is paganism. And just because you think it is does not make it so. We all fall under paganism if we practice any of these religions. But we do not all fall under Wicca.